So this might sound pretty crazy, guys, and quite frankly, it's because it is crazy. The average car payment in America right now for a new car is $734 per month. And as we're going to see in this video, guys, it's a lot worse for a lot of people. Let's get into it.
I don't care that I have a $700 car note. I don't care because I'm in this car a lot, right? Think about it. We commute to work, to the gym, to the stores. We're in this car 1-2 hours every day. Best believe that I'm going to drive something that I like and that I'm comfortable in. And I don't care about that Apple CarPlay, whatever everybody's obsessed with. What I care about is that my windows roll up and down, that I don't have any check engine lights, and that my brakes aren't screeching. Because having an unreliable car is inconvenient. Trust me, I've had my handful of cash cars. I've been in hoopties. It was all that I could afford back then. Car troubles were the worst. So yeah, I'll pay my $700 car note. And best believe, yes, I am going to buy the maintenance package because my car needs to be on schedule for its maintenance.
So guys, I can't tell if she's being serious. I mean, it looks like she's playing it up a bit for the camera, but that's how a lot of people in America think right now. Oh my God, I deserve a car that has a $700 payment. It's got to be perfect. It's got to have everything in it, right? And I understand that to a certain extent, but the reality is most people in America, I don't know about maybe in other countries where you live, but they can't afford the car. They can't afford a $700 frickin' a month car payment because look, a lot of the time their mortgage is crazy high, their rent, the food, the this, the that, inflation, and now you're throwing in a car that, you know, you're probably stretching out the payments over 96 months. You're throwing in a car you can't afford on top of that. It's going to screw a lot of people over. And I understand you want a nice car, you want to get all the specs, all the good stuff, but only do it if you can afford it. And in my opinion, a car payment shouldn't be anywhere over 10% of your take-home income. So let's say you make $10,000 a month. All right, maybe a $500 car payment, $700 even. Fine. All right. But in reality, most people don't follow that rule. And really, you should put as much down as possible on a car and ideally buy it in cash.
Guarantee you will be broke your whole life as long as you stay in car payments because it's the most expensive thing that most people buy that goes down in value. The most expensive thing most people buy is a home. At least it goes up in value. With payments coming out your ears at $642 a month.
So that everybody's safe and has their own DVD player in the back of the headrest.
But they have no college fund. Well, that's just stupid. You're driving their college fund. And what a world we live in where a minivan is now a status symbol. God help us. Seriously.
So we all know that Dave Ramsey is against debt in general, unless it's a mortgage. There's other, rules that he follows. I forget his whole plan at this point in time, but I know for sure he's against car debt, right? And the biggest thing is for him, for Dave Ramsey, is that payment is taking money out of your pocket. And like we said before, most Americans cannot afford their payment, right? It's not under 10% of their total income per month. So all of this money coming out of their their checking account, this could be money that's going towards investing, right? If you have a $700 car payment, imagine if you had a cheaper car that was, let's say, $200 a month. That extra money that you would have been paying on the fancy car that cost $700-800 a month, all of that money could be going towards investing, saving for a house. Like he said, houses actually go up in value. So I'm with him there in terms of car payments being wealth killers. You're putting money into something that's depreciating in value. That's a no-go.
Here's what 20 grand a month in car payments looks like. This is my Lamborghini Urus, runs me about $5 grand per month and about $1,000 in insurance. This is my Lamborghini Evo Spider, runs me about $4,500 a month and $1,000 in insurance. This is my Corvette C8, runs me about $1,500 a month and $400 in insurance. My Body Scat runs me about $1,200 a month and $500 in insurance. This is my M3 Competition 900 horsepower, runs me about $1,400 a month and $500 in insurance. This is my M4 Comp, runs me about $1,500 a month and $400 in car insurance. S63 Rentec runs me about $1,500 per month and about $300 in car insurance. Yes, these are all my cars, mother.
So yeah, $20,000 a month in car payments. I guess that's including the insurance. Obviously, that is unbelievable. Nobody's denying that. I mean, those are all exotic cars, and this guy probably has some sort of car rental service. Maybe he's doing Turo or something like that. I doubt these are all, or maybe they are. I don't know. I doubt they're all his personal vehicles, though. Technically, I guess they are, but he's probably renting them out. You can make a lot of money doing that in certain areas in the country, like Miami, for example, other places. I mean, if you're somewhere in the middle of nowhere, that's a stupid business model. But if you're in areas where people want to flex their money, rent all these cars, it makes sense. But yeah, let's say, for example, these are his personal cars for without using them for business. That would be unbelievable, right? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, run those likes up. Make sure to subscribe here on the channel. More content on the way. Let's continue.
What's your car payment?
$744.
Hey Chuck, what's your car payment?
$726.
What's your car payment?
$600 a month.
How much is your car payment?
Like $1,000.
Jose, what's your car payment?
Like $935.
What's your car payment?
I actually don't have a car payment right now.
How much is your car payment?
$700.
How much is your car payment?
Got it for free from my mom. How much is your car payment?
$700.
How much is your car payment?
$400.
How much is your car payment?
$415.
What's your car payment?
Well, I got an electric Blazer for $469 a month.
How much is your car payment?
$1,080.
How much is your car payment?
Contrary to popular belief, I do have a car payment, and it's $593 a month.
How much is your car payment?
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, baby. Like I said, that's the best way at this point to buy a car, in my opinion. Straight up cash. Unless you can get a really good rate, which at this point rates are high. Sure, the Federal Reserve is cutting rates. That will be good here as that trickles into the car loans, right? Might take some time as rates haven't come down that much. I mean, at the time of this video, only 50 basis points. But yeah, man, I would say buy a car in cash if you can, or put as much down, like I said, as much down possible, right? 50%, whatever it may be, and then try and get as low of a rate as possible if you can't buy the car in cash. That's what I would do. A lot of people, again, like Dave Ramsey, say cash only, but if you want or need for the size of your family, whatever it may be, a $30,000, $40,000 car, and you could put 15, 20K down, hey, I say go that route. Not that bad. And if you do it right, your payment will be a lot lower than $700 a month, which, by the way, you notice how a lot of their payments were right around $700, like the average we talked about in the intro, and some of them were over that point. Pretty crazy.
A $1,400 car payment, it's not bad, depending on the car and depending on your situation. A lot of people be caught up in, oh my God, you pay that much a month, I could pay that in rent. Bro, you don't make any money. You just don't make no money. If you want a nice car, nice car, Corvette, Hellcat, whatever, Benz, what you think the payment gonna be? If you can't afford it, just don't get it. That's where the disconnect is. People make $2,500 a month and got a $1,400 car payment, then that's a little different. But if you make $8,000 and above, get the car you want.
Okay, I understand where he's coming from. That makes sense, right? If someone's making $2,500 a month, $1,400 on a car payment, pretty stupid, right? And would they even get approved for that in the first place? That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But then he says $8,000 or higher per month, just get the car you want. I don't necessarily agree with that, right? So let's say, for example, you make $8,000 a month. If you have a $1,500 car payment, I mean, that's what, like 20% of your income, maybe more than that. I would argue that is a lot. That's a lot, man. If you're making $8,000 a month with the 10% rule that I recommend, $800 or less should be your car payment, and even $800. That's just insane. For me, under $500 is ideal. I like to target that $300 to $400 range. Again, it comes down to the down payment, right? Down payment is everything. If you don't have the money to buy it in cash, get that chunky down payment to bring your monthly cost down as much as possible, right? So I don't know if this guy works for like a car dealership. It looks like he's got an enterprise. What company is that on his shirt there? I don't know, man. To get a $1,500, $1,400 car payment, you know, you're gonna need to be making at least $15K a month, in my opinion. Probably even more than that. That's just me. I don't like putting too much money into a car because I like investing money, baby. I like saving that money. What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comments.
Why is your car payment $1,300?
Because first of all, this vehicle was $62,000. I did it for 60 months instead of 72, and I went 0 down. Just didn't want to put any money down because it doesn't make any sense to me.
How much money do you save if you put more money down?
So basically, every $1,000 that you put down is about $20. So it would take $5,000 for me to lower my monthly payment by $100. So in $1,300 versus $1,200,
yeah,
the same thing.
Yeah, it'd take you, what is that, 60 months to get your money back, or 50 months?
Oh yeah, to get $5,000 back. Oh, it'd take way too long.
Oh man, I do not agree with that at all. And I think this video is over a year old, maybe 2 years old, when rates were a lot lower. But if you're putting 0 down on a car, first of all, yeah, your monthly payment's going to be jacked up, like he said, whatever it was, $1,200-$1,300, and your rate is going to be disgustingly high, even if you have pretty decent credit, right? So yeah, I'm not a big fan of 0 down on a car. If you can't put a dime down, man, you really cannot afford that car. And that's going to put you in a position where, you know, you might stretch the payments out for 6 to 7 to 8 years. I think 8 years is what, 96 months? Yeah, you don't want to have a car loan for that long. In my opinion, 4 to 5 years, boom, get it paid off before the car itself really starts to deteriorate as it gets to the 7, 8, 9, 10-year mark. By then, you're going to want to get another car, right? You're not going to want to continue paying off the loan that you have from the other car, right? Does that make sense?
I regret getting a car note. And it's not even because I might not have the money to pay my payment or something like that. I really just regret getting one because it's just very inconvenient and it be in the way. Like, it's just really an unnecessary bill. And it really showed me that when you get a car note, it's because you want something nice and you can't afford it, and you know, leasing and credit and stuff like that, it makes a way so you can get things that you want that you can't afford. But it's like, like, them payments be in a way. It most definitely be in a way, and especially at my age, because it's so much I want to do. I ain't gonna lie, if I could today, I would let come pick that car up and I would go save my money and go buy me another car. Just because it just be in a way, for real. And this is really for the people that's thinking about getting one. It's not for people that already have one. I mean, yeah, use the comments to like speak your truth, but come on now, be respectful.
Yeah, I totally agree with this guy, especially if you're in your early 20s, in your 20s in general, especially if you're a teen. Oh man, if you're a teen, listen up, because you don't want to sink a lot of your money into a car, especially when you're younger. You don't have kids, not many responsibilities, not many expenses. This is the time to live cheap, be frugal, live under your means. So then, guess what? You can invest more, you can save more, and set yourself up for the future way better. You can do that way better when you're younger, no responsibilities, minimal responsibilities, no kids, not a lot of expenses. that's the time where you can afford having a cheap crap car, 100, 200 bucks a month, or you pay for it in cash, and then you could stock away all the rest of your money, right, guys? So this guy, he's got it right. Good head on his shoulders, no doubt about it. So yeah, man, the car epidemic, the car payment epidemic in America is insane. I think a lot of these lenders are predatory. A lot of these dealers are very predatory. I mean, I hear these commercials all the time on the radio when I tune into the radio. Yes, I still listen to the radio sometimes when I'm driving, guys. I hear a lot of commercials like, come get your car today, 0 down, we can get you in the car you want, yada, yada, yada. I'm thinking to myself, man, that's a trap. I see a lot of these things on social media where, these young guys are getting these fancy cars from dealerships, and they're like, oh, I just got my car from Eddie over here, and Eddie's the guy, he's smiling. He knows that he just fleeced this young kid, but he's like, yeah, I got this, Scat Pack car that I love, 0 down, monthly payment, $1,200. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God. So rule to follow, 10% of your income to a car payment if you need to get a payment and you can't afford the car in cash. Keep it under 10%. So let's say again, $10,000 a month. Your payment is less than $1,000, ideally way less than $1,000. We could go 5% even. But yeah, man, if you can't buy a car in cash, save up a lot for that down payment. Get your monthly payment down and go 4 to 5 years on the loan. You don't want to go 7, 8+ years. That's not the move, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button and to subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next one.